Okay. 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 Wonderful people. Wonderful people. Oh boy. I don't know what I look like on the other end of this. I'm having just major technical difficulties here. My webcam is not going in sync with my talking. Oh, it's speeding up. Oh, we're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there. I've been having some just really wonky technical problems in the last like hour alone. Just suddenly the computer's doing funny things, and I'm not sure what's going on with the computer lately. Um, okay, it's 5 o'clock, so I want to get started really soon. I just want to make sure my technical stuff is good to go. Um, Hello and welcome. Hello and welcome. This is Beginner Emotions for Dummies, and this is class number 3. And if you're here, welcome, welcome, welcome. And please let me know if you can hear my voice okay. Am I coming through all right? Is my video all out of sync? I need some feedback, and that's so I can make some steps, some future steps.
Audio's fine.
The audio's fine. Can you see the video?
I can see you, not the video, just you.
You can't see me, just at the video. Oh, okay. Well, then if the audio is fine, then I'm good. The most important part about this class is to be able to hear the sound of my voice so we can go through this exercise and get in touch with our feelings. So, you can't see my pretty self and all the time I took to get my hair done, but it's not that big a deal. Anyway, it's not that big a deal. So why don't we wait just, let's say 1-2 minutes, sip some tea, just relax, get comfortable. A big part of this class is all about, the class is all about getting in touch with your feelings. So I want to really encourage you to create a space for getting in touch with your feelings for the next 2 hours, whatever that is for you, right? I do have some tea right here. Take some deep breaths, whatever you need to relax. And I want to say welcome. My name is Dr. Donnie. I am a sociology professor at CSU East Bay in Hayward. And my research originally was on youth inequality, how young people are seen in the eyes of adults. Youth inequality means adultism. And in the process of learning about that stuff, I got into social emotional learning and counseling. And so I put together a whole workbook called The Book of You. And from that workbook, I've been putting together some classes, which are called Emotions for Dummies, to help us get in touch with our thoughts and feelings, because it is really hard. I went through a major episode in my own life about 3 years ago where, I want to get to, I went through a major episode where me and my family, basically had a parting of ways. It was extremely hard, and I needed help healing. And I thought I knew I could manage through. I thought I was in charge of my feelings, and I learned I just couldn't. And so I had to learn a new way. And so bit by bit, I educated myself about all these issues around trauma. Not to mention, I also have a master's degree in psychology from the University of Toronto. And I put together a whole workbook, and then I'm putting together these classes so that way we can all learn how to process our feelings together, right? And social emotional learning is what I am all about these days. This is not just, work. This is a life's work. Getting in touch with your feelings is a life's work, ongoing life's work. Okay, so this class, Beginner Emotions for Dummies, is for stepping into the water. You might be somebody who just learned what the word feeling even meant, for all you know. You might be somebody who struggled with your feelings for a long time. There are more advanced exercises, there's harder things to do, but it's important for us to learn how to do just the beginner stuff before we move on to those harder things. Can we just make space to feel? Okay, so that's why I have a beginner series, and then a regular series, and then an advanced series. And each one lasts a month. So if you're interested and you make it through this month, then you are more than welcome to stick around for next month, where we will go through the regular series, and then the following month where we will go through the advanced series. And if you sign up for the advanced series, I will go ahead and just give you the whole book of you workbook. But I would like to wait till you get to the advanced series, because like I said, a lot of those exercises can be challenging. So, and I think it's important to guide people through all of this. So today, why don't I hand the workbook to everybody? Let me hand out the workbook. Let me hand out the workbook here. Get this link. Like I said, computers doing all wonky things. It might be the computer, it could be Google. You know, I just saw this documentary about spyware and how good it is these days. Who knows, right? For all we know, tomorrow, the internet, as we know, it could all just disappear. Who knows? Things are going rather slow, though. I do have to say, oh, you know what? I could just copy this. Okay, let me share the link to the workbook. And just so you know, everything we're doing here is gonna, I do record all of these things and I put it up on my YouTube channel so I can encourage people to take the class. And in the event anybody is, let me stop this video because seeing my jerky self is driving me crazy. Anybody who is interested in these videos can take a look and show up for the class. I highly encourage people to come to the class who really want to work on something, because you know we have the time here, right? And often only 1 or 2 people show up. So you get a real nice personalized counseling session if you want it, right? You can talk about your feelings. Okay, so now, oh, I guess one more thing I should say is, and you'll see this when you open up the workbook, but there's also a little bit there about, if this workbook helped you, consider donating to PayPal or Eventbrite. I would just like to say, you know, this class is costing me about $20 a month, so it's not that big a deal. But I'm doing this as a life's calling. And I would like to say, of this work, whatever you choose to contribute will go towards furthering that calling. If you do not feel like giving today, for whatever reason, can't give today, I fully understand. And I would encourage you to consider receiving. Giving and receiving are the same. To give is to receive is to give. Okay, so if you ever don't, the best thing anyone ever told me is, if you don't feel like giving today, allow yourself to receive. Allow yourself to receive. Receive, let me paste that link there. Allow yourself to receive. Receive as much as you can today, until you could not receive anymore. And if there reaches the point where you can't receive anymore and you just naturally want to give, then let it happen. Okay. The most important part of this is to let yourself get some healing today. Okay. Okay. Welcome. Hello.
Hi, Jasmine.
Hi. Sorry, this is my first time here. Is that okay? Because you said there's already 2 sections before this one.
You are always more than welcome to drop in at any time. And the material in the workbook is there, so you can look at it on your own, at your own leisure. And I will guide us through the whole exercise the whole way through, okay? So no worries. Only thing I'm asking for you is to relax and get in touch with your feelings. Okay, so here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right. So let me share the screen. My camera looks like it's getting better here. I guess if I would ask one other thing, it would be, if you learn something, share it with other people. We all have such a hard time with our feelings, you know? Feelings are just not easy. So, oh my God, so not easy. Okay, so on week 1, beginning of this wonderful month, we had a self-care plan and we went through an emotions list. We had a fun little day where we drew faces and connected to them, and that was really nice. And we looked at a list of words to put our words into feelings, or to put our feelings into words. Then on week 2, we had an intro into how to meditate, in case you never meditated before. And I said a bunch of things about how the mind works. And we had an exercise on how to tell yourself the truth. And that was working with feelings, anger, hurt, fear, understanding, and love as a way to tell yourself a complete truth. Okay. Hey there. Okay, and so week 3, which is today, we are working on meditating on emotions, or emotional vipassana, and a body scan meditation. Okay, so we are going to meditate the entire class today. So it's going to be a real relaxing, sinking in and getting in touch with our feelings on a more extended level today. Okay. Okay. So I have a whole bunch of things I'm going to read, but like I said, this is about relaxing. So, actually, my heart is telling me before we jump into just meditation, I should ask all of you, how are we feeling today? Do any of these words correspond with your feelings? If anybody has a feeling you want to share, let's just make some space for that. Oh, I'll share. Oh, wait. You go first. You go.
That's the hardest question you can ask me. What's going on inside me? But I think overall it's more on the positive ones today. These words are difficult for me, but I think happy, interested, alive, feel alive today. I can definitely say that. Open. Yep.
And feel free to give us one reason why you feel so alive.
Good question. Why? I think just generally last week has been things have turned around a little bit in many important aspects of my life. So I think it's carrying over into the weekend. I had a good time with some friends this morning. We all went out, 5 of us, and we hadn't caught up in probably 6 weeks, and we always laugh a lot when we get together. So, I had a few drinks. That's probably why I'm happy. There we go.
Well, hey. Well, all
Didn't
right.
take that much digging.
A lot right there. Well, okay. That was a lot. There you go. You connected a lot to your feelings right there. Very good. Very good. Very good. Okay. Does anyone else want to share their feelings? It's always by choice, 100%.
I don't think I'm any of these today.
Oh.
Yeah, not. Oh well. Oh wow, you have some, but not sad, but not anything negative. I just don't have those positive feelings today. It is like not a normal Saturday and do nothing. I don't want to go out because yeah, still like it's too crowded right now outside because this is a tourist place. And yeah, maybe tomorrow. I don't know, like just no plan and no feeling. And yeah, not positive, not negative, and yep, not sad, not happy. That's a feeling, right?
Flat. That would be a feeling. Flat. That is a feeling. Absolutely.
Okay.
Indifferent. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, it could be slow. All right. I'm not tired, but like, yeah, it could be indifferent.
Yeah. Okay. Could be
Bored.
indifferent.
Yes.
Bored. Yes. Okay.
That's what I check out what's going on the meetup.
Great. Well, there you go. Now you just got a couple more words. Now you have a feeling. Now you have a feeling. There you go. Oh, great. Oh, good. Well, how am I feeling today? Let's see. I had a rough week. But today I'm actually, the sun is out and I'm just really thankful. Thankful. I feel really thankful today. Grateful. I feel really grateful today. Yeah, I've been feeling a lot of gratitude all day today. Yeah. Would you believe I decided to take a gratitude walk today just to look for things to be grateful for, and got home and realized I left a pot on the stove and could have almost burned down my whole apartment. So I was grateful. I didn't burn down my whole apartment too. What a gratitude walk, huh? Who knew? Gratitude. Okay. Okay, so let's just honor what all those feelings were. The flatness, the feeling good with the friends, and the gratitude and all of it. All those feelings are important. You can spend some time with all of them in a second. I'm going to read some things, but why don't we just get comfortable? Why don't we get comfortable? Make sure that cup of tea is by. If you need a stuffed animal for your feelings, I just want you to know I have a little dog here. Let's see. That's one face. Here's another face. Got another one here. Look, he's sleeping. That's a great one. Okay, so he's right here. He's right here, right by us. Just so you know. Just so you know. Okay. Just make yourself comfortable and notice your breath. Notice your breath. Are you breathing? Were you breathing? What does your breath look like, feel like in your body? Just notice. You're breathing whether you want to or not. It's just happening. You don't have to try to breathe. It's just happening. So just notice. And then notice your mind. Notice your mind. Your mind might, well, hey, the mind goes 80,000 thoughts a day. So just notice, the mind just clicks and clicks and clicks. Just notice what comes up, not here to judge, just here to notice. And whatever you're noticing right now, feel the weight of it, if there's even a weight. And let whatever you feel in your mind sink down into your heart, as if it was literally on an elevator from the mind down into the heart. Excuse me. Let it just keep moving downwards into your heart. Feel yourself flow with it, flow in and out with that energy. Just feel it flow back and forth. See what it's like to live from the heart, to live in the emotional universe. So just keep pushing that energy down from the brain into the heart. One little packet at a time. Or if you really want to, you can just drop the whole thing in, just swoosh into the heart, into the heart. Heart brain. If it helps, you can also close your eyes, but it's up to you. Just keep moving it into the heart, into your emotions. Emotions are a fundamental part of how we develop knowledge to understand ourselves and the world. They determine the quality of our lives. Some people call emotions the guideposts of life because they teach us what our boundaries are. In fact, you could say every day, every moment, we live in an emotional universe that uses how we feel to guide us through life. We know this because an emotional communication is always taking place alongside any verbal or other communication. There is always what is said and what is felt. Or, as the late, great Maya Angelou used to say, people may forget what you said, they may even forget what you did, but they will never forget how you made them feel. So keep feeling into the heart, into the heart. Keep feeling. How far deep can you go? The heart's like a cup that maybe just never runs out. You never know, right? So just keep digging into the heart. It might be a weird feeling also if it's your first time doing it. And if you have a weird feeling, take that weird feeling and bring it into your heart. Just keep bringing it back into the heart. If your mind starts going places, notice your mind go places and lovingly bring that energy back into your heart. Into your heart. Your emotions are part of the deeper back brain of your limbic system, amygdala, and most importantly, the heart. The heart is actually surrounded by several neurons that control your heartbeat and your feelings. These are the parts of you that were around when you were a tiny baby and did not have a developed prefrontal cortex. As a baby, you are born completely helpless, yet highly emotionally developed. So as babies, we all struggle to deal with intense emotions, even when we can barely think or control our bodies. Thus, emotional recognition and connection is fundamental to life. This is why babies need loving touch in order to survive, and why love is a deep need for all of us. Keep bringing it back into the heart. Back into the heart, whatever comes up. Good, bad, indifferent. Just bring it into the heart. All those feelings, happy, sad, the goods, the bads, all of it, into the heart. Just activate those heart neurons, get that heart brain going into the heart. Because our brain only perceives thoughts, feelings, sensations, and images, our emotional system can only respond to our thoughts, which give them a corresponding emotional weight we perceive as reality. This means fundamentally, emotions are always the byproduct of something you are thinking. Our beliefs shape what feels real for us. I didn't believe this until I tested it out, and it appears to be true. We have a thought about something, and then we produce a feeling in relation to that thought. So we think, I hate broccoli, then we see broccoli and feel sick. Without the thought happening first, there could not be an emotional reaction. Even if you get a sudden emotional reaction like curiosity or a bad vibe, even if you are totally right about the person or situation, your reaction is still in response to the thoughts you had, even if the thoughts were unconscious. Some of our most powerful emotional reactions are from our unconscious thoughts. We produce a feeling so that we are prompted into action, like saying, I won't eat it, or running away. Since feelings determine our quality of life, it's always think, then feel, then act, then have. Think, feel, act, have. Okay, and whatever's coming up for you, bring it into your heart. Bring it into your heart. Many of us, and especially if you were born male, are taught not to feel in our society. All of us, on some level, have been taught to suppress, deny, or evade emotions because they are inconvenient, too difficult, or secondary to our other life responsibilities. When we don't feel our emotions, they build up under the surface or hide behind walls, meaning a little on top can mean a lot underneath. Since our feelings are our connection to our true self, not listening to your feelings is a kind of self-abandonment. Your own feelings may not trust you and go into denial, or develop secondary emotions to cover up the emotions you can't handle, like getting angry when you are hurt or afraid when you are vulnerable. You may also become extremely judgmental, feel numb all the time, develop addictions, or pursue unhealthy relationships. Becoming an adult involves taking responsibility for yourself, being financially independent, making your own mistakes, letting go of other people's responsibilities, and taking responsibility for our own feelings. And holy smokes, none of that's easy. Holy smokes, none of that is easy. And whatever came up for you in this moment, bring that feeling into your heart. Get connected into your heart. If you have been through anything traumatic, or if your boundaries were ever majorly violated, your emotional guidance system can go haywire. Trauma disrupts how the two parts of your brain interact and can lead to hyperarousal, obsessive thinking, and memory emotional flashbacks that can severely disrupt your sense of reality. You may be extra sensitive to others' emotions, like an empath or a rescuer, or identify with an emotion, like I'm an angry person or a victimized person. Abuse, or what's called emotional boundary violations, can teach us to accept self-boundaries that leave us hurt, afraid, codependent, helpless, or empty. If we were not taught how to deal with our feelings, then this damage can lay underneath any kind of healthy boundaries we use to build our adult lives. Emotions all come from the same place. It's not like some come from the heart and some come from your butt. So when you block yourself from feeling an emotion, like something sad or traumatic, you block yourself from feeling all your other emotions too. Instead of judging our emotions as good, bad, right, wrong, it may be better to see our emotions as an infinite palette of different colors. And each experience of our emotional universe brings us closer to a full painting of life. Or we have to feel all our feels so we can heal. And whatever came up for you, bring that feeling into your heart, into your heart. Since feelings come from thoughts and thoughts are not real, we can question if any feeling is real as well. In Buddhism, sitting with our feelings, whatever they are, without trying to fight, change, or deny them is called the practice of equanimity. For example, if I feel angry but couldn't call it anger, it might be called hurt. If I couldn't call it hurt, it might be fear. If I kept digging like this, it would become stuck, then uncomfortable, just a feeling I don't like, a feeling, just what is, then nothingness. This works great. However, this old school approach leads many spiritual people to detach from thoughts and feelings as a way to avoid or invalidate others, which is called spiritual bypassing, which is a very popular thing in the Bay Area. If the majority of our thoughts are negative, or if we have been through abuse and trauma, just sitting in silence can re-trigger you. Since feelings come from the heart, not the brain, we can stop using thoughts to analyze our feelings and instead bring them into our heart and process them directly through our body. This is called emotional meditation or emotional vipassana. Okay, so our emotional universe works generally in terms of negative and positive. So while there are many emotions, all emotions have their opposite. So what we're going to do here is feel through the emotion and its opposite to help break up our old distorted thought feeling patterns. Simply building our capacity to feel can greatly help us to take responsibility for our lives and to give us space to love ourselves. Okay, so we've been sinking into the heart for a while here. So now the engine's kind of pretty warmed up. That's good. That's good. Okay, so why don't we just start with the feeling? Anyone want to name a feeling? Maybe the feeling you had. Actually, you know what I'd like to try? Let's go with indifferent. I want to go with indifferent. I really like that feeling. Let's practice that first. Indifferent. Indifferent. Let yourself just feel indifferent. Just where do you feel indifferent in your body? Scan your body. If it helps, imagine a situation where you would feel indifferent. You know, I'm looking at 2 hamburgers from Rally's. You know that place Rally's, the hamburger place, the really crappy one, you know, I never go to. The fries are sometimes okay, but don't get the cheese on the fries. But at either rate, oh, there you go. Cheesy fries, that nasty cheesy fries. Okay, I'm looking at two identical containers of nasty cheesy fries. And how do I feel about that? Indifferent. Okay. Two trash cans next to each other. I don't need anything out of that trash can. They're just 2 trash cans. Indifferent. Someone asked me, should they put another gas station on the corner of this street or not? And I go, indifferent. Indifferent. Scan your body, your head, your shoulders, scan your body, your back, your legs. What does indifferent feel like for you? Now that's an interesting one, indifferent. But I have to say what I feel is my eyebrows are sort of like leveling off. Different. My heart calmed down. Different. I'm just feeling all this sort of like calmness, reserve energy in my brain. I don't feel like I'm wasting my energy or I'm getting tired. I just feel kind of, kind of light, indifferent. And whatever you feel, slow down that emotion and bring it into your heart. Get connected. See what indifferent felt like in your heart. You know? One part calm, maybe. One part bored. Part of me's like a little annoyed at this indifference. I want something to have a reaction about. Whatever you feel about indifference, bring it into your heart. Sink it into your heart. This is what this feels like for you. Okay, now pause for a second. Pause for a second and ask yourself, what is the opposite of indifferent? What would that opposite be? Super different. Maybe, what would the opposite of indifferent? Partisan, really emotional. I'm getting to a word here. The opposite of indifferent. Really, it really mattered. It really, something that really matters. It really matters. It really matters. It really matters. It really, there we go. It really matters. It really matters. It really matters. What does it feel like when you've said, it really matters? If it helps, imagine a situation where you would say, it really matters. Maybe the bill has to get paid today or something doesn't go through. Someone was expecting a phone call from you. They were waiting by the phone and your friend wanted you to blow them off or they had other plans. And you go, no, I can't do that. This really matters. It really matters. Maybe the person you voted for president won or didn't win, and you had an argument about it, and you went, no, this candidate has got to win this time. It really matters. See what that feels like in your body. It really matters. Scan your whole body, I'm feeling my face pinch up. Want to make a fist, and my hands are doing this right now, but they're getting sweaty. They're all getting sweaty, especially that political example. They're all, ooh, it really matters. And whatever you felt about it really matters, bring that feeling into your heart. Bring it into your heart. Let it drip down, let it flow in. Bring it into your heart. And whatever you need for these feelings, you're more than welcome to tap yourself, give yourself a hug. That safety animal, my safety puppet here. Where is he? Safety puppet here, whatever you need, okay? Okay, now just pause. Rise up out of it for a bit. Shake it off if you need to. And just take a moment and go back to indifferent. Go back to indifferent. And just notice the range in between those two things. That is the range of your whole emotional universe. From indifferent to it really matters. The whole palette of colors there. And these things ain't easy. Just checking out these opposites. So let's give ourselves some validation for some of this here. I love, you can say these words to yourself or come up with your own validation statements. It's so important to validate how we feel. I love myself, whether I feel indifferent or whether it really matters. I can still show myself I care, whether I'm indifferent, whether the issue makes me feel indifferent or it really matters. I have every right to feel the way I feel about being indifferent. Anyone who went through what I went through would feel that way. I have every right to feel the way I feel about it really matters. Anyone who went through what I went through, anyone who went through what I am going through would feel that way. I don't need anyone's approval to get in touch with how I feel about being indifferent or about it really mattering to me. I'm getting in touch with my feelings because my feelings matter to me. And we could toss in a few more. I don't totally understand why I feel the way I feel about being indifferent or it matters, and I don't have to. I can give it time and space and rest. And my personal favorite is I let go of feeling indifferent. I let go of feeling like it really matters. I let go of everything because love is letting go. Okay. Okay, now that's one emotion. Ha 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 ha. See how that goes. Isn't that just amazing? You know, we think we're feeling things, but you can go all there with just one feeling, two feelings. You can go through all that. My God, you know? Okay, so let's try another emotion. Anybody want to name an emotion?
Maybe shame.
Ooh, boom. Oh, what? Okay, all right. Brave one, brave, the brave one's here. Okay. Oh. You got it, buddy. You got it. Shame. Shame. You don't have to go super deep. You take it wherever you want to take it. Shame. 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 See what comes up when you feel shame. If it helps, imagine a situation where you would acknowledge you feel shame. Or maybe you would feel shame but wouldn't even acknowledge it, but you know it was there. How shame works often. Okay, what comes up in my mind immediately, you know, I'm a little kid. I'll open up. When I was 5, my teacher didn't let me go to the bathroom, and I went to the bathroom on myself when I was 5, and I felt so much shame that day. Couldn't tell anybody. Tried to hide the whole day. Shame. You know, maybe everybody's got their own things. I guess that give them shame. But you know, maybe. Oh, yeah.
I had the exact same experience, probably when I was a little older, 7 or 8.
Shame. Shame. You know, maybe you had plans to, a lot of homeowners bought a house, and then the economic crisis happened, and they lost their house in the process. And losing your house makes you feel all sorts of shame, like you're a failure. Yeah, you know, maybe you failed a class or a test, and you thought you could do it, and you failed, and you felt shame. You know, maybe it's just an easy thing. Maybe you have agoraphobia and you just want to go down the street and grab a bagel, but you can't even make it out the house. And you go, what the hell is wrong with me? I can't do this. And you feel shame. You know, maybe you have a degree in nuclear physics, but when you try to cook, you can't cook anything. You just can't cook. You just have no skills for cooking. You thought you were smart. You know, you have an MIT degree, but you can't cook. And you might feel shame.
I feel shame. I can't do interior decoration. That seems so obvious, but I can't do it. I feel shameful about it. I feel like it's something that you should just know how to do.
Yes. Oh my God. Can you see my apartment right now? Oh my God. Oh yes. Big time. And hey, I'm queer. I should really know how to do that stuff, right? Nope. Shame. That's a good one. Shame. People would just walk into here and go, what the, huh? Oh, shame. Scan your body. Oh, yeah. Scan your body. Head to toe. See what it feels like for you. You know, the sort of knee-jerk need to hide, like that pressure in the brain, that pressure in the back of the neck, the stiffness in the back, the heart racing. I don't know, I can feel my jaw sort of like freezing, preparing for an answer. I have to explain something away. I'm lowering my head. Yeah, I'm keeping my eyes away from looking at other people. Oh man. And whatever came up for you, sink that feeling into your heart. Into your heart. Real lovingly and slow, too. A lot of compassion. Ooh. Okay, just let's rise out of that a little bit. Now you were brave as hell picking a deep one like that. Oh my gosh. Okay, so what would the opposite of shame be? Yeah. What would your opposite be?
I guess confidence.
Great. Yeah. Confident. Confident.
No second guessing. Just being okay with how it is.
Total confidence.
Mhm.
Total confidence. Total confidence. Total confidence. Total confidence. Okay. If it helps, imagine a situation where you would feel total confidence. You know, like when I'm dreaming and I'm in my own movie and I could totally just make things happen with my mind. You know, I'm Superman or Batman or Storm, and I can just move things with my mind. Total confidence. Total confidence. Total confidence. You know, I'm cooking. I'm making some. In my mind right now, I'm making red beans and frying plantains, and I've made that a million times. I know how to make a killer red beans and plantains, okay? Total confidence. Total confidence. You know, total confidence. What came up for me is I'm doing 10 push-ups and I know I can get to 10. I don't know if I can get to 15, but I can get to 10. So I do my 10 and then I stop. I did it. Total confidence.
I thought about the same thing. I can run I can run 3 miles. It's no problem. I'm doing it. I know I'll never fail at that.
I know I'll never fail at that. Total confidence. Scan your body. Scan your body. What does total confidence feel like for you? Oh, I feel my brain. Oh, it's just opening, relaxing and opening. Oh, my breath, like my lungs, just sort of my upper chest just sort of relaxed and opened up. My shoulders are relaxing. Total confidence. Hey, you know what? Let's go one step further. Let's think of something that we're not even good at, but maybe even afraid of. I just imagine a moment of total confidence in that too. You know, stand-up comedian. I'm walking on stage and I just know whatever I say, people are going to laugh. Maybe they've been paid to laugh. I don't know. Total confidence. It's a guaranteed gig. Total confidence. You know, maybe you're nervous about public speaking and you get up knowing everyone is like in love with you. Use your imagination. We're all imagining things here. Hey, let's empower ourselves, right? Total confidence. Imagine a world where everyone loves you, whatever you did. total confidence. You could just walk like Jesus and fix everything. Total confidence. Interior decorating, I mean, that you just touch the wall and you just know where everything's supposed to go and it looks amazing. Compliments, I mean, people just can't stop complimenting you. Total confidence. See what that even feels like. And whatever you felt, bring it into your heart. You know, honestly, I'd be nervous to be that totally confident. I'm always on edge. I'm a little more on edge as a human being. It would be a new feeling to feel that kind of total confidence. Feel that through, right? Yeah, breathe through that. Total confidence. Bring it into your heart. If anything deserved total confidence, it would be your heart. Deserves to have this feeling. Oh. Ooh. Okay, let's just take a pause, pop out of it for a bit, and go back to shame. Go back to shame. And just notice the range between shame and total confidence. Notice the range between shame and total confidence. The width of the Grand Canyon, your whole emotional universe. And let's give ourselves some validation. And you know, like these are just statements. You're welcome to come up with your own. These are just statements to help get you started. And it's not rocket science, it's emotional science. So you can always just say, good for you, dude. Good for you for feeling through your feelings of shame and your feelings of total confidence. I love myself whether I feel shame or total confidence. I can give myself understanding, nurturing, and support whether I feel shame or total confidence. I have every right to feel the way I feel about shame. Anyone who went through what I went through would feel that way. I have every right to feel the way I feel about total confidence. Anyone who's going through what I'm going through would feel that way. I don't totally understand how I feel about shame and total confidence. I don't have to right now. I can give it time. I can give it space. I can just give it rest. Oh. 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 I don't. Wow. Oh. Oh. care about my feelings about shame and total confidence because my feelings matter to me. I let go of shame. I let go of total confidence. I let go of everything because love is letting go. Hurt, pain, and fear is holding on. Love is letting go. Wow. Wow. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh. 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 Thank you so much for that example. Oh, thank you so much for that example. Oh, thank you so much for that example. Oh. Oh. Well, let me read the bottom part of this before I say something. The more advanced options for this, if you're going to do this on a deeper level, is to ask yourself, when did you feel these feelings as a child? We just did a bit of that just now. What a gift. The other one is to find something good about the negative emotion and something bad about the positive emotion. So, since we did shame and total confidence, what's a good thing about being shamed? What's a good thing about being shamed? Well,
Yeah, I guess shame gives you social cues, some how to behave.
how to
In some
behave.
cases, if it's not excessive.
Yeah.
It
It taught me how to listen to myself on a deep level.
Yeah.
I mean, it taught me how to run too. I mean, sometimes you need to run in life.
Yep.
Okay, and then what's a bad thing? What's a bad thing about total confidence? Oh, you could, I mean, just walk right off a cliff.
Yep.
Yeah, you think you could outrun somebody, you can't outrun, so you just start walking at a slow pace, and then that's it. You're caught. That's it. It's over. So total confidence could definitely be a bad thing. Right on. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Oh, I like that. Open-mindedness. Okay. Number 3 is further use your imagination to describe or talk to the feeling and then responding to what it needs, like letting an emotional wall fall down or explode, or fully playing through a repeating scene in your mind. There is an infinite number of emotional landscapes your imagination can play with. So, for example, for this one, I could have stretched on with the shame examples and really gone even deeper into it, or the total self-confidence examples, and just kept going with it, right? And ask that feeling, well, what do you need to be happy? What do you need? And just let your mind give you the answer. Okay, explore the answer that way. Okay. Okay, and then number 4 is the body scan exercise, which is our next example. So why don't we take a 2-minute pause? Oh, well, I just want to take a moment and say I'm feeling some real gratitude right now and how thankful I am that I got a chance to process such an incredibly deep emotion. To be quite honest with you, as many times as I have done this exercise, I never directly did it on shame. Picked every other feeling. I just skipped that one. That's funny. I'm really, really thankful you picked it.
I mean, me too. I'm grateful to be able to slow down a little bit, think about the details of how this develops in me. Never really do that in normal life.
Exactly. That's what I feel when I do this exercise. You really can feel things slow down. Often we're just running through life. I know it just gives you a whole different plane, just a different way of feeling through all of this. It's like a different kind of seeing. Yeah. Yeah. Just taking the time to feel through a feeling, you know? We might have taken more time to, feel through a math equation in our lifetimes than we have taken the time to feel through just a feeling. You may have taken more time to feel through a decision, where do I go to school? Where do I move? Those sorts of things, but never really just said, I feel stressed and I'll just sit with the feeling for a little bit and put it into some words. So that's why this is so important, to put our feelings into words, to make space to feel them through, to really connect with our emotional self. And I also want to say some of us may even come from cultures where talking about your feelings is super taboo. I come from a culture where I was told how to feel all the time. I was told how to feel. And no one really asked me how I felt. And then when I said how I felt, I was told how to feel. Some other cultures, feelings are like to have a feeling means something's wrong. That sort of inherently means we have a feeling something's wrong, or something's wrong. Yeah. So those cultures taught us all how to have shame around our feelings. And so that's why we are learning to overcome our shame today. Amen. Our feelings are our connection to our true self. There's just no getting around that. Okay, so why don't we try the next one? The next exercise is a body scan. Okay, so since we did that meditation, let's read for a little bit so we can pop out of that and do some reading, and then we'll go into this body scan. So this comes from the book "The Body Keeps the Score" by Bessel van der Kolk and Cloud and Townsend's Boundaries. And it also comes from a woman named Psalm Isadora, Tantra, the Art of Sacred Sexuality. And Psalm Isadora was a spiritual sexual healer person who passed away, I believe, in 2014. Our feelings make up our emotional universe. But feeling is not just an emotional state, it is also our bodily sensations. I can activate the feelings in my right toe by just thinking about it. I can describe what I feel as a feeling, like calm or hurt or inspired, or as a sensation, like burning, soreness, tight. I can go further and describe the feeling in terms of size, movement, shape, or any other quality. I can go from my right toe all the way up to my head, taking in each body part. This is known as a body scan meditation, which comes from the school of Tantra, a philosophy that is about seeing the body as a spiritual place of energy transference. Our higher power gave us a body so we can take in and give out the energy of the universe, filling our life's purpose. By doing a body scan, we can greatly examine our emotions through the brain-body connection. In terms of evolution, human beings have the same basic senses, emotions, and physical reactions as all the other mammals. Our hairs stand up when we're afraid, we snarl when enraged, but we have a larger frontal lobe and so a greater capacity to think. However, since our brain is still 80% emotional and unconscious, our animal nature will always win out over our willpower 4 out of 5 times. Modern psychology has found that while the body cannot think, it does keep score by holding both emotional energy and memories. A frightening incident can make you lose your voice, or a pain in your back can be from years of not getting the support you needed. While your rational brain can analyze, justify, and or dissociate from your experiences, your emotional body cannot. This is why you can't rationally talk yourself out of your feelings, or from what you really want, or who you really feel you are inside. We often use knowledge to fight our body limitations. But as animals, we will always end up compromising between our ideals and what our body can actually handle. Yeah, if it was up to my mind, I'd have 3 PhDs by now, okay? In the end, you have to compromise between our ideals and what our body can actually handle. Our body is an important part of understanding our physical and emotional boundaries. A healthy boundary is like a building with doors or a fence with gates. Building with doors, fence with gates. Most of it strongly keeps bad things out, but a part of it can deliberately let good things in. Boundaries denote ownership, or what is mine and what is yours. How our bodies were treated as babies and children shape our first emotional boundaries and what to expect from others. Since research has shown that the brain processes emotional pain in the same manner as physical pain, abuse and trauma are, by default, internal emotional boundary violations. Not feeling accepted or loved can feel like a literal stab in the heart. Our bodies remember the fear, shame of a spanking, even if our brain does not. Since the body will remember the trauma and keep reacting to it, you may lose the ability to distinguish between safety and danger. Always assume danger and then stay stuck in anger or fear. A lack of safety in our primary relationships can make us into adults who have an impaired sense of inner reality, feel places of deadness or numbness inside, gravitate toward unhealthy situations, and treat ourselves poorly by engaging in risky, self-damaging behavior, making us feel unsafe in our own bodies. Research has even found that babies who are abused can develop infant depression or constant feelings of terror that can stick with them throughout life. Long-term, all this can lead to migraines, asthma, back pain, headaches, weight gain, poor sleep, and perhaps even irritable bowel syndrome. Healing our brain-body connection means recognizing and naming our physical sensations. We can move past the difficulty of words by engaging the self-observing body-based system, which speaks through sensations, tone of voice, and body tensions. We can learn to pendulate or move in and out of our body sensations. We start by establishing an inner place of safety, or a place where you can ground yourself when you feel uncomfortable, like focusing on the breath, clenching your hands and feet, or tapping. This teaches us to overcome any dissociation we have with our body memories. Making friends with your body also means examining our body narratives, which is the ways we talk about our body and our body memories, and examining our feelings. Our body's feelings shift constantly. If we develop equanimity and we let ourselves fully experience the feelings, it will eventually shift into something else. It may take you back to a memory or a thought that you are holding on to that is not serving you well. Other safe ways of learning how to reconnect to your body are meditation and yoga, because these techniques calm us down and let us check in on our breath and heart rate. While every area of the body is important, there are 3 key areas to really focus on: the stomach, the heart, and the head. Our stomach has been found to hold neurons that not only control the movement of food, but also our instantaneous bodily responses to fear and safety. This is why we call it the gut brain. Our body can store memories in our gut that tell us to be afraid, careful, or afraid. Our heart also has neurons that control heartbeat and regulate our emotions. Our heart brain tells us how we feel and holds happiness and sadness. And our head area, including the neck and shoulders, is where most thought happens. This is also where we store anger, frustration, and tension. Okay, so the brain's a whole body, body-brain connection right there. Like it or not, this body is the only one you're ever going to have, by and large, and you have little control over what's going to happen to it. You know, I mean, I have seen some interesting transplants going on lately, but by and large, this is the body you got. Getting in touch with how we feel about our body is the best we can do to care for ourselves in an immediate and intrinsic way, to heal our internal emotional boundary violations, and to develop wisdom that moves our lives toward a whole body experience in harmony with the universe. Okay, so now for the rest of the class, we are going to have a nice, long, full body meditation. So get comfortable here. And just take in, you know, we've been doing a lot of emotional stuff here, right? So just take in your whole body. Just take in head to toe, the breathing. You can start with the breath if you like. Just take in your whole body. Just take the whole thing in. You've been in your body all day, technically. Technically. But just take it all in, head to toe. Take it all in. Just feel the places of pressure, feel the places of openness. Maybe take a moment and bring all that energy into your mind. Notice your mind. Notice where your mind's going. Take in your mind. Feel the weight of your mind. Ooh, excuse me. And bring all that weight down into your 2 feet. Just sink all that energy into your 2 feet. And see what you feel in your feet in this moment. You may feel heavy feelings or light feelings. Things that change when you bring your conscious awareness to them, or things that don't move at all. Positive or negative, good or bad, whatever you feel, not here to judge, just here to notice. And if you are willing, I invite you to relax. Sink in. Relax. Sink in and let go. Let go of trying to keep this energy even in a foot shaped pattern. Just let go, like you're spilling the tea. Let go. Just let it uncoil on its own. Whatever you feel in your feet, allow that feeling to flow into your heart. Allow that feeling to flow into your heart. Get reconnected. Flow with it, move it back and forth. Get in touch with that energy. Let it flow. Fill it up with compassion. Fill your feet up with compassion. You know, our feet do so much all day, and we don't Most people probably rarely say thank you. I rarely say thank you for my feet. My feet don't decide to just get up and leave one day. They don't go, I'm unappreciated. What the hell here? I'm out. You know what? They'd have every reason to do that by now. Oh my God. They'd have every reason to do that by now. So let me give my feet some compassion. And then allow that feeling in your feet to get bigger and bigger and to get bigger like a balloon blowing up to the point where it can't get any bigger, and then let it pop and push all those feelings away. And in the place where you felt your feet, may your feet be filled with peace, understanding, compassion, and love. Okay, that's the prompts. That's the order of them. That's the prompts. That's a whole body processing of feeling there. So we're going to do that for every body part all the way up. Next is the calves, the knees, your calves and knees. See what you feel in your calves and knees in this moment. You may feel tension, things twitching. You may feel stillness. There may be soreness or pleasurable feelings. Good, bad, right, wrong, big, small, whatever it is. If you are willing, I invite you to slow it down. Slow it down to stillness. Relax into it like you're sinking into a jacuzzi. Sink in and let go. Unrepress whatever you got going on there. Just let it uncoil. Flow with that energy. Allow yourself to fill this space in with compassion. Those knees, the knees don't leave just because they're tired. They stick around. They stick around even though they pop. They support me all day in this chair as I work. Fill your knees and calves with compassion. Whenever you feel, bring that feeling into your heart. Bring that feeling into your heart. Get reconnected. Let that feeling sink even deeper down into your gut. Then let it flow into the big muscles. We'll call them your seat muscles, your hips, your thighs, your behind. Let that energy flow into your big muscles there and give them all a squeeze. And then let that feeling in your knees get bigger and bigger, like you're blowing up a balloon, like it's filling up a room, bigger and bigger. Let it overtake your whole legs, your torso, your head, your whole body. Let it get bigger and bigger. And then push that feeling away, like you're just boom, explosion. You want someone on the other side of the planet to feel it. Boom, push those feelings away. And whatever you felt in your knees and calves, may it be filled with peace, understanding, compassion, and love. Okay, next is our seat muscles, the big muscles of your hips, your thighs, your behind, maybe even your lower back, your seat muscles, all the ones you can squeeze. See what you feel in your seat muscles in this moment. You may feel big feelings or small feelings. You may feel things twitch or things that just lie there. Whatever you feel, not here to judge. If you are willing, I invite you to slow it all down. Relax. Slow it down. Sink down into this like you're reaching for the bottom plug in the pool. Sink down to the bottom and let go. All unfurl, uncoil, just release everything. Whatever you feel, flow with that feeling. In and out, up and down. Just experiment flowing with the feeling, with the emotional universe. Flow with the feeling and fill this space in with compassion. Compassion. You know, these seat muscles do so much work. After a year of Zoom classes, my behind has taken so much damage, so much withering. And my behind didn't leave, it's still there, just waiting for some compassion. So fill that space in with compassion. And if you can't feel anything in with compassion, can you give compassion to the part of you that couldn't have compassion? If you try to give compassion and part of you says no, can you give compassion to the part of you that said no? Even the part of you that said no needs compassion too. And let that feeling flow into your heart. Let it drip down, flow up into your heart. Let it flow even deeper into your gut. then bring it all back to those seat muscles, the hips and thighs and lower behind, and give it all a squeeze. And then let the feeling get bigger in your thighs, hips and thighs. Let it get bigger and bigger, like blowing a balloon. Let it get bigger and bigger. Let it overtake your torso, your whole body, bigger and bigger, like you're filling the room, like you can't stand it anymore. And push that feeling away. And in its place, with whatever you felt in your seat muscles, may we feel peace, relaxation, understanding, and love. And now we're going to come to the 3 key areas. First is the gut itself. Take in your gut. See what you feel in your gut in this moment. You may feel churnings. You may feel stillness. There may be pressure. You might be relaxed. Hey, if you want, I invite you to even put your hands on your gut. Get in touch. Get in touch. Whatever you feel in your gut in this moment, if you are willing, I invite you to relax. Slow it down. Slow it down to stillness. Sink down to the bottom. And let go. Unclench, uncurl, unrepress whatever you got going on in your gut. Oh. Flow with that energy. In and out, side to side. Get in touch with that energetic flow there. Coming from your gut. Fill your gut up with compassion. Fill your gut compassion. And if any part of you says no, give compassion to the part of you that said no. Our gut has done so much for us. 3 meals a day, snacks. Every time we were afraid, it helped us store that energy there. All the beers I've drank, all the martinis, all the spicy food. Every time I wanted to speak my truth, but I held myself back. And whatever you feel, bring that feeling into your heart. Bring that feeling. Let it flow up or drip down or whatever works for you. Bring it into your heart. Let it flow even deeper. Let yourself relax. Flow back into the gut. Fill your gut up with compassion. And let that feeling flow into your seat muscles, the big muscles. Give them a squeeze. And then let that feeling in your gut get bigger and bigger and bigger. Let it overtake your whole gut. Let it overtake your whole torso. Let it overtake your whole body. Let it blow up to the whole size of the room. Let it blow up to the point where you can't take it anymore. And push that feeling away. Oh. And whatever you felt in your gut, may it be filled with peace, understanding. Doritos and love. Oh, maybe not Doritos, but certainly the rest, the other three. Okay, next one. Whew. Next one is the heart itself. If you are willing, I invite you to place your hands on your heart. Get connected. Get into that heartbeat there. It's going all day, all night. See what you feel in your heart in this moment. It may be struggling, or it may be calm. It may be tense. It may be flowing. It may have a regular heartbeat, or it may have an irregular heartbeat. Good, bad, otherwise, not here to judge. Whether you like it or don't like it, not here to judge. Just here to notice. Hey, you want to know what the heartbeat of God sounds like? It sounds like this. For you, this is what it sounds like. And if you are willing, allow yourself to relax. Slow it down to stillness. Sink down into the bottom. And let go. Let it all uncurl, unfold, open up, unrepress. Just open up, open up. Let your heart just open. Flow with the feeling of your heart opening. Flow with the energy. Fill your heart up with compassion. This heart does so much. At no point does the heart say, oh, this is too much work. You ate 4 pieces of fried chicken. Oh, I'm not with this. And just walk out on you. Your heart's going to give it all it's got to the very end, which could be, I suppose, one last piece of fried chicken for someone. But your heart's going to do so much work to get you there. Can we fill our heart with compassion? If we can fill it with trans fats, can we fill our heart with compassion? A 3-piece of compassion. Amen. Amen. And if you can't fill your heart with compassion, can you give compassion to the part of you that said no? Let it all flow even deeper into your heart. Down into your gut. And let it flow into the big muscles of your seat muscles. Give them all a squeeze. And then let this feeling in your heart get bigger and bigger and bigger. Let it overtake your torso. Let it overtake your head. Let it overtake your whole body. Let it get bigger. Let it fill the room like a huge balloon, bigger and bigger. Let it get bigger to the place where you feel like you can't take it anymore. And push that feeling away. Push it away. And whatever you felt, may it be filled with peace, compassion, validation, understanding, harmony, and love, acceptance, and love. And finally, the next big area is our head. So I invite you to place your hand somewhere on your head, your temples, your forehead. See what your head feels like in this moment. Your head, your face, your brain, especially your brain. See what your head, face, and brain feel like in this moment. You may feel tension, or you may feel relaxed. Things may move when you bring your awareness to them, or they stay stuck. Pleasant or unpleasant, you are willing. I invite you to slow it down. Relax. Slow it down. Sink down to the bottom of this feeling. And let go. Toss the fish back into the ocean. Fill the bucket. Allow it all to just unrepress itself. Just unfold, uncoil out, and flow with that energy. Get in touch with that energy. Flow with it. And fill your brain, your face up with compassion. With compassion. Spending all day in thoughts. Taking on the world with your face, all the elements. You know, face doesn't just get up and leave either. The brain didn't get up and leave either. It goes through so much every day. I mean, I don't think I'd make it a few days without a face, you know? Probably wouldn't make it a few days without a brain. So thankful. Fill the space up with compassion. Relax. Let go. Fill it up with compassion. Whatever you felt, bring that feeling into your heart. Let it all just fall into your heart. Let it sink even deeper into your gut. Let it flow into the big muscles of your seat, hips and thighs. Give them all a squeeze. And then let that feeling in your brain get bigger and bigger. Like you're blowing up a balloon. Let it overtake your head. Let it overtake your torso. Let it overtake your legs. Let it fill your whole body. Let it get bigger and bigger, like you're filling a room. Let it get bigger and bigger to the point that you feel like you can't take it anymore. And push that feeling away. And whatever you felt in your brain, may it be filled, your head, your face, may it be filled with peace, compassion, understanding, acceptance, validation, comfort, nurturing, appreciation, gratitude, and love. Let's just take a moment to take in our whole inner universe, our whole inner body. Give some thankfulness to ourselves for digging into our feelings, for validating what we feel inside. We are learning how to make friends with our body, the vessel that was given to us, the gift that was given to us, the life that was given to us. And may everyone have an opportunity to connect to their body, their heart, their emotions, the way we did today. Okay, so just slowly let yourself honor whatever you feel. But slowly let yourself come to a good place. You can rise out of it. If your eyes were closed, you may want to slowly and ever so slowly open your eyes. Don't fight the process, just let it happen. Okay. Okay, so as you can see, body scan can go to a real deep place. What an amazing thing to have a full-bodied feeling. Okay, so now you know. You can take any feeling you have. That whole list of feelings there, I mean, my God, you could take a whole year and just sit with each one of those, an hour a day, and just practice feeling. Any given time on any given day, you can just have a feeling and just sit with it like this. And we did the super long extended version, but you can do the short version of this at any time. Sink into a feeling, feel its opposite. Relax, unrepress, digest, and release. That's all it is. So practice, please practice. No feeling is a one and done. So the more you practice, the better it gets. The deeper you can go, the better it gets, the more peace you can bring into your inner life. Can't guarantee it'll all be peaceful, but I gotta say, it's pretty sweet the more you practice. Okay. Now you can also do this a few other ways. There's a number 4 down there, where you can ask yourself, when was the first time you ever felt this feeling? Right, like we said with the last exercise. And this exercise works really well with the mantra. You can always just feel whatever you're feeling and say, rest. I said relax, unrepressed, digest, and release, but you can put any mantra into there. And if you need to hear it, you need to hear it. Please rest is a great one to try at night, right before you go to bed. Just tell the feet, please rest. Tell the legs, please rest. Tell the heart, please rest. Really, really can really help put you in the place for sleep. It's kind of what I feel right now. Woo. Okay. Okay. All right. And with that, that is our third class. All right. So you got to learn to put your feelings into words. Then we did some exercises on meditation. And now you can honestly say, if anybody asks you if you are good at meditation, you can honestly say, not only am I learning how to get good at it, I learned how to do this on a deeper level than probably you have ever done it also. Because most people who are meditators don't really learn how to meditate with their feelings. They just disconnect from that. So you learned a real meditation, okay? Okay. Oh, there is one more thing. There is one more thing. I put this body map here. Well, let's take a look at this. This is what registers in our body when we feel certain feelings. So just note anger. And note the difference between, let's say, anger and fear. You know, the gut gets involved there, but it's less hot. Compare that to happiness. Happiness is a full body boom. And neutral. Look how cold neutral is. Look how cold depression is. You know, that's really just nothing going on there. And look at love. You know, it's all in the heart and the head and the gut, but not so much in the legs. It's a heady kind of feeling. Now, out of all these feelings, the one you probably should aim for, I guess, would be happiness. That's the one that's got everything going on. Love and happiness. Pride, look at pride. Pride's only in the chest and the head. And shame is very much in the eyes. Very much in the eyes. Interesting. Okay. So with that, why don't we close class today? Does anybody have anything they want to say, address, bring up at all? Okay, so like anything, this takes practice. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for your kind attention, for your patience, for your understanding, for your willingness to dig into these things, for your willingness to open up, for your presence. Just thank you. If this helped in any way, please consider leaving a donation. There's a link at the top of the workbook. You're more than welcome to leave a small donation. And like always, if you can't give in any way, please allow yourself to receive. Receive as much of this as you humanly can. So you couldn't receive anymore. If you feel like giving, see if you feel like giving then. And as always, please practice. Practice this with others. Practice this with others. No feeling is a one and done, and we all have a super hard time with our feelings. So please practice with others. If you can just practice with others, that is the gift. There is no gift greater than that as far as I'm concerned. Your presence here is no gift greater than that as far as I'm concerned. Okay, feelings are that hard. They really are. Okay, so yeah. So good. And please tell others, and if possible, bring them to class. If anyone has something they're working through, please come to class so we can work through your feelings together, you and me both. Okay, I get so much out of this. So much out of this.
Thank you, Donnie.
Thank you so much. Have a nice week. Have a nice weekend. Yeah. Take care.
All right. Bye.
Bye. All right, everyone. All right, that goes for all of you too. Have a nice week. Have a nice weekend. Let me put this back on my pretty self for 1 second here. Have a nice week. Have a nice weekend. And if you need any information, please shoot me an email. And yeah, take care.